something. You said Obi has no moral right to speak about the dead bodies discovered because when he was governor, he ordered shoot on site, and I was a bit lost. What is the correlation between ordering shoot at site and dead bodies found in a shallow grave? I'm trying to connect the dots.
The same body was found in the water. The same body that when he ordered shoot aside, if you do not find out the story very well, the same body was floating on the water.
And this, sir, let me finish my question. Maybe there will be no need for an answer because you just will not prolong this. You said that he ordered shoot at site, and then he is coming to complain about bodies in shallow graves, that he does not have the moral right to do that. This is not verbatim what you said, but this is me putting my own words in it. That he does not have the moral right to say, because those same people he ordered to be shot were human beings. So why is he not making it look as if he cares? That is what you said, sir. So I'm wondering, what is the correlation between unidentified dead bodies in unmarked graves and then shooting criminals at site? What is the correlation?
Do you know what these people committed? Do you know this crime they committed? The time that when others aside, they were found
and
in
I've
the
not
water.
seen anybody challenge it. I've not seen anybody challenge it here. That everybody,
so some people here
has said
is even better than Jesus Christ. So to you, even some of you are coming out to say what
you have not answered my question. No. I want to know what is the correlation between shoot at sight and people in unmarked graves. What is the correlation? Because you made it sound as if he ordered shoot at sight and they killed people and he went to bury them in unmarked graves.
Do you know who killed them?
And how are you certain it was the shoot at sight order that he gave that killed those people? How are you so certain?
Because he can
but should you, in the society where the rule of law matters, when you want to preside over the people, not with impunity but justice and fairness, shouldn't it be fair for everybody to go through the legal system?
Mr. Abba,
if you can come at it from this angle,
Obi ordered shoot aside when there was kidnapping in Anambra State. That was when he ordered shoot aside. That was when he gave that order. There was massive kidnapping in Anambra State.
Wait, Mr. Rashos man, you need to clarify the context. Which
this is almost 1 a.m.
There is no everybody should have the right to appear in the court. Shoot aside should not be an order from any governor.
What you're saying now, I agree.
If you don't order that,
I actually
in the
agree with
Nigerian
what you're
police
saying
society,
now.
if you order that, your neighbor can be killed by your side because it's because you and him are enemy. So let everything follow.
Can I just get this out? I agree with what you're saying now, but my problem is this was not what you said initially.
What did I say?
This was not what you said initially.
Okay,
if you had come at it from this angle initially, I wouldn't have bothered with this question. Okay. You came from a very direct angle, and you were indicting Obi in that angle that you came from. That you were almost drawing you were connecting the dots between the shoot attack order he gave and the bodies in unmarked grave and in that river. That was what you said initially. You did not make it about human rights or anything or rule of law. You did not go from that angle. It was when I brought this question, sir. I put it in that was when I brought this question that you started saying it from this angle.
Now you give me the opportunity to elaborate.
This is not right. It is not proper.
You don't do things like this. All lives matter and all lives divide.
All lives matter. Why didn't you say it like this from the beginning? You have. See, I don't care if you have a thing against that man. I don't care. But
I don't have an apology for you.
You made it look as if he was requesting for those dead people.
But to me, this is the way how we come. I don't have to come in your own way.
Let me add a little to what John Abba said, right? See, some point John Abba made that I want to support is we should stop worshiping politicians. Politicians are human.
Oh, guys, so say what he said from the beginning. You people should stop all these things you used to do.
Yeah, it's hypocrisy. If you don't like Obi, just say it. You don't like Obi. If you don't like Obi, just say it. You don't like Obi.
You are taking it from the middle. Don't take it from the middle. Start from the beginning.
Exactly. There should be a contest to it.
The context of it is clear,
and
and I don't know where you want to hear it.
He's changing the angle he's coming from.
Obi
It is
agitator
not
or Obi
fair.
follower have their
It is
own
not
ear
about
to hear
Obi.
it
It is not fair.
the way they
It is
want to
just not
spin the
fair.
narrative.
What is right
It
is
is
right.
not
What
about
is
Obi.
It is right.
It is about the dead bodies that
guys,
was discovered in Abia State.
Let me ask a few questions. I think Ngozika has a point that you can make an argument about human rights and extrajudicial, just taking people out without due process, but to just link the people that are being buried and describing Peter Obi from that point of view seems a little bit off. And that's why I asked the question, what is the point you are trying to make? It's almost as if you are trying to indict
All
people.
lives matter. You see, it's
no, I agree with you. All lives matter.
Whether it's a shallow grave or they are floating on the water, as far as it did not go through the judiciary system, whether you think now you are speaking for people that are killed and they are unmarked graves.
Oh, no, but they are not the same thing, though. Both are not the same, to be fair.
Well, that is the way you choose to see it.
No, but because the other one may have to do with criminality. The other while one of them is trying to restore order.
You are not a criminal until you are found guilty. So I don't know
what hold on. One side wants to restore order, the other one wants to carry out criminality. There's a difference.
That is what you say.
By that standard, see, John Abba, by that standard, even the military is not even allowed to act.
This may be a kidnapper issue, maybe a very terrible thing. All life matters. Whether they are killed as a result of being, according to what some of you guys are saying, I don't look into it. My general assessment is that all life deserve to go through process of judiciary. And
seriously,
and those lives were not those lives. And let's just be clear: the bodies that were found on the Ezu River we are not from the shoot at site order. If you are saying this, you have to prove it. Should be people are the ones that say, we are saying this, prove it. Will you be able to prove this? That the bodies found on that river were from the shoot at site order. Can you prove what you're saying right now? Because that is what you said from the beginning. And in the beginning, and when you got to the middle of your statement, you suddenly changed mouth. Why will you change mouth? Why didn't you make it about human rights from the beginning? You made it about Obi and his shoot at site order and the people of the river.
You cannot let someone finish that statement. Then you depends on how they finishes it. The only way you can see it is that when you already have a bias in your mind.
I do not have a bias.
Okay.
The truth is
all I'm saying is that
the facts are the facts.
Whether on marked grave, whether is a kidnapper that killed them, or the other lives were killed as a suicide without a due process, you cannot even certainly confirm it. Do you confirm that these people were kidnapped? Kidnapper was the one that.
Then why were you linking it to the shoot at site order? You know you can't confirm it. So why were you trying to link it to the shoot at site order?
Why are you going to say that? So if in Nigeria's judiciary system that you are following, you are going on the street right now in Nigeria.
If you have a problem with Peter Obi, you should go and drink your medicine before you get an attack.
Don't worry about this.
Why are you changing your voice?
Take medication, and I told you during the election that is you're going to be on medication for the next 4 years. Most likely, if it's not 8 years. So
John Abba, it's not exactly fair. Some of the statements you have made today, I'm surprised it's a little bit unfair.
Honestly, John Abba is against Peter Obi.
It's a little bit unfair.
John Abba, what has Peter Obi done to you? What has John Abba? John Abba, is it Obi that is causing the problem in Benue State?
In the Benue State, is it the one in Abia?
Hold on. Why are you after Peter Obi? Is it Peter Obi denied you anything in life? Is it Peter Obi that is responsible for the killings in Benue State? Why every time Peter Obi is mentioned here, it's like heaven should collapse? What's the problem? I
think what AY John Abba what they are trying to highlight is that they are trying to say that Peter Obi is not necessarily that special compared to other politicians. That is just
nobody is arguing that. I personally am not arguing that.
That's the summary of
I am not arguing it. But what I am saying, if Mr. John Abba is done speaking, let me just say something. Let him speak. Then when he's done, I'll speak. I only interject again. I'm sorry I interjected.
Allow me to speak.
So let me make this clear.
Because you are biased.
Let me make this clear. No man is God. God is God and no man is God. No man should be worshipped. No man should be worshipped. I subscribe to others. All lives matter. I subscribe to others. But what I am saying is, what Mr. John Abba did this night, it is totally unfair. And he has contradicted himself. If he started with saying, yeah, all lives matter, and every other thing he said in the later part of his submission, I wouldn't even have bothered. But this man, before our very old, tried to pull a wool all over our eyes by trying to link the shoot of order a sitting governor gave to the bodies found on a river. And when I tried to ask him questions, he deflected that no, all lives matter. But that was not what he insinuated. That was not what he insinuated, and that is not what I'm pointing out. I am not saying that no lives matter or some people are better than others. No, I'm not saying any man is God and should not be criticized. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you want to throw somebody or if you want to accuse somebody, do it with your full chest. No, they go through corners. If you want to accuse somebody,
I don't know how you look at it.
Sir, if you want to
I am not.
You went through corners. If not, why did you deflect? Why did you deflect?
Go through corners?
You went through corners because
whether it's in the middle or it's in the beginning. Listen to me. Whether it's in the middle or in the beginning or in the end. End of the day, I make my own. When you put all the puzzles together, you
have to stand by your words. You talk with two parts out of your mouth. That's the problem.
Henry, let him talk now.
Henry, please, can you hold your
when somebody's talking?
Can you hold your peace? I'm not talking.
Keep quiet when I'm talking.
Can you hold?
you know, Henry reminds me of a future pastor. Sometimes the way he comes across, like, shut up, be quiet when I'm talking. He reminds me of pastor quite a bit.
Madam Ngozinka, or I think my sister, whatever. Whatever you say, I contradict myself on. I don't contradict myself. The end of the day, all life matters, and all life, whether they are criminals, I don't know the one they say they find in shallow grave, whether they were killed by the kidnappers or whatever. No life need to go on time, whether by suicide or by kidnapper.
I take exception. I take exception, sir. I take exception.
I think all life don't matter in the same way.
I take exception to what you are saying, sir.
He doesn't want to hear anything good about
Okay. Let me ask you now. Let me ask you this now.
No, all
life matter.
Anybody need to take any life.
John Abba, let me ask you. Who is making that noise?
It bothers me
so much. Righteous man, please keep it down. See, when you say all lives matter, context matters too. Let's say the Boko Haram is operating in the bush, kidnaps people. You think when the security forces are going there, they are looking at the two sides as the same? They are not the same. They are all living human beings, but the context matters. What Peter Obi was doing was trying to restore order, but what we are seeing here seems to be act of criminality, some very serious one. You see, that's why I wonder why you are going from that direction. Because I know your general argument is that
I say he does not have a moral compass in this sense. That if he could have allowed no shooter sign, but then to go through the judiciary system, then he have the right to speak to whether it's a kidnapping issue or whatever it is. That is the moral compass. To me, you have your own right as a person, see it to whatever you want to see it. It's your Jesus Christ, or more than Jesus Christ, or more than Mandela. It is your own prerogative. I don't have apology for you, but all I say, I remain fervent in what I said. If it is like that, no life should be taken. No kidnapper have the right to take any life. No governor, no president have order without the judiciary system or without a due process to order any shoot aside. Period.
In certain cases, they do have powers to do that. I'm sorry to say.
Without due process and without investigation, the Nigerian society we are in.
No, I don't think he's saying that you should go to the street and just shoot people outside. He's talking about context. Let me finish my point. I think he's probably talking about context. Like when Buhari said anybody carrying AK-47 or gun should be shot. He's not saying anybody. We shoot police officers, wouldn't you? But the idea is that in the context, if you are in the forest and you are in operation, you see anybody like that, you are supposed to act in certain way. Not just because you just see anybody on the street, you just shoot aside. You have to understand that too to an extent.
We have a lawlessness country
Go and
or
take your
lawlessness
medicine and stop
society
beating
that
around
the
the
very
bush.
police that are supposed to
Yes, please.
protect you are the very one that robbed you on the road. And it is evident, it's not my
What have
word.
you done
So that
to the
without
killing
the
in
due
your state?
process, in our
Henry, calm down now,
Oh,
please.
father, calm Henry down. Henry, which one now?
Okay.
Henry, I'm not your
John
mate.
Abba came here for trouble today. I think you just
Leave
came here.
that, leave that
You
thing.
didn't say that you
Are you
prepared for
the
this.
personal
You
assistant?
came for
I
trouble
told you
today.
I'm going to be here a long time, right?
You should
You come
stop
to
your
make
hate
trouble
for
today.
Obi.
And I hope
Godfather,
Henry
Stop
go
your
to
hate.
sleep
the
before he
issue
go to
I
work.
raised
Or
is
if
no
you are
longer
working from home,
discussed.
go to your and
Bumi,
work
go
from home.
ahead,
We
please.
are here
Bumi,
for
go
you.
ahead.
Godfather,
John Abba, allow
the
Bumi to
issue I
speak
raised
now.
is not
Can we allow
discussed.
Let
Bumi to
women
speak,
speak,
please?
oh, men are be talking, let women
They are
talk, please.
underrepresented
Please,
now.
Biko, I beg.
Self-regulate, self-regulate, gentlemen. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to ask Mr. John Abba that if he should say all life matters, I feel like he then contradicted himself saying that they still have to go to the judiciary to get approval or not, because all life cannot matter. But then when the government says, okay, fine, go ahead and kill this person, then they're not part of the life. So basically what you're saying, all life only matters based on a certain circumstance. In this case, if the circumstance says those lives don't matter and the judiciary says go ahead and attack, then they will attack. So I'm just saying that you just kind of contradicted yourself with the whole all life matter situation. It doesn't
I
flow.
really don't
Thank
understand.
you, Bumi. Thank you very
It's a
much.
simple
I don't
English. You
understand
understand?
what I'm saying. You
Yeah, no,
understand
I
me
can
one
send the
more
rest.
time, and I explain
What
myself one more.
happened in the election time? That's what she's trying
Once,
to tell you. It's a
once
simple English. You
that
should
you are
understand
a
this.
governor of a state and you give suit aside without due process, right? To me, you can see it the way you want to see it. To me, you have no moral compass to say whether body were found in a shallow grave or unmarked grave for
What?
whatever reason.
No
For
way.
you,
No. Okay, okay. You say for us. Okay, fine. But I don't
you see,
subscribe to that.
you are a fan of him. He may do whatever he do. It may
No,
be fine for you.
it's not about being a fan. It's about reality. If you let's say there's
Okay,
a rap.
you don't
Hold
have
on,
that.
Janaba.
If
Okay, let
you
me give you
think,
this scenario. Let me give you
the
this
governor
scenario.
have that side, if you think that governor have that power, that he can order
Janaba. Now let me give you this scenario. Say you somebody in your state, all those people that are coming to attack people and cause havoc in that state are operating freely. Hold on, the righteous man, please turn your this thing down. They are operating freely in your state, coming to cause havoc. Then your governor says, hey, you people, my police officers, go into the forest, shoot at sight. You will be against that.
you in a society where we live with the corruption in the
You are
police
not serious.
department. I do not approve of that, because end of the day they can even kill their neighbor with that they disagree with. That's what I'm saying. So I
That is
don't
what.
believe in Nigerian
Yeah.
society that to the point that they have that standard of morale to go to the bush. I believe they will do whatever they want to do, even against their own enemy. So the best thing to do is to, if you are confronting your enemy in the issue of whether you go to house arrest
But the
and then
bandits
gun
are going to
exchange.
shoot at
Listen
sight.
to
But
me
you
carefully.
are telling them not to shoot at sight.
Eh?
The bandits, the people that are going to come and they are causing all that havoc in Benue State, they will shoot at sight, they will slaughter at sight,
If
but you
you
are telling your
are
police officers
having
not
a
to do the same.
gunfire, listen to me. If you are having a gunfire, let's say you are giving order to go to so, or operation is going on, or robbery, or anything is going on, and you go there, and there is a fire exchange, and somebody die in the course of it, I don't have a problem with it. For you to order a blind shoot aside in Nigerian police content that I know, I grew up in barracks. I from one barrack to another. I know Nigerian police very well. If you give them that order, they can even kill their neighbor that they are having misunderstanding with.
But they
So
won't be
to
able to
me,
do that. You know that that's not what happens. That's not what happens.
that
They don't
you
exactly kill
cannot
any
get. That is
person.
the problem, because that is the
No,
work
whatever
you
order they give them, you think the governor is stupid. Whatever they are giving them that order is based on context, the
on
environment they
content
are
of
in.
what?
On the environment you are in, you are operating in.
Why should you give a shoot aside where you can arrest the person?
I think
No, because it's a dangerous situation. They could kill you.
Okay, when you are if you are going for operation to arrest and somebody took gun to and somebody dies, it's a different case.
They will
We are
kill
worried
people.
about
okay, you know
Don't
what?
worry.
I think we are all
listening to your views, and I think when you are privileged to manage a state or a sphere, then you can manage it that way, and you are privileged to your views. I mean,
I think he has an argument. He has an argument, but I think all this stuff is based on specific context. It's not